Joe, this is for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, should be pretty much up and running anytime, guys.
That is one big ass creeper. I mean,
I don't want to know. I don't
wait,
want to know.
have you seen the
Just-
video?
Just go to the
Please tell me you've
Discord
seen the
page.
video.
Which video?
The one with
It's bigger than
Steve and the
you.
creeper.
No,
I'm
I
sorry.
haven't.
I am so sorry.
You're sorry for what? You're being yourself.
I legit just called him having a short dick. Did you not just hear me?
And you're
No.
sorry for what?
Because I'm being mean. I don't like being
But
mean.
it's Joe.
And have you actually seen it? So does it really matter?
Oh. Alright. So I can see that our Twitch stream is live, so
Oh, hello, guys.
welcome to
Hello.
Misadventures in D&D. We are going to be continuing from last week, or 2 weeks ago. So I apologize. Just as a brief refresher, you guys all met the Thanos of this universe, basically, in a night that just kind of almost TPK'd. But moving on from that fact, you guys were able to defeat them. You found out that there is this ring that one of the lords had that they got stolen from them by members of a group called the Syndicate. And the Syndicate works for the undead liches. They're kind of like their human and living agents and sleeper cells in the mortal realms where you guys live. You were asked by the lords and ladies to go to the lands or go to the place where all the mages are and their colleges to confer with them about what the ring's powers are and why it's to which you kind of in a manner of speaking told the lords and ladies off and stormed out of the room and went to spend the night. So you awake the next morning, and that's where we're going to start. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna stretch my new level out. I mean, my legs. Find there's no holes in my body. Untransform from a box, you know.
Nee. All right, I got that.
The ribbon.
Now, where the fuck was I?
I think he needs the ribbon again.
You were in the inn that you guys all bought rather than staying at the one that the lords and ladies had paid for you.
No, I refused that payment.
Exactly. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. You guys
So
went and stayed in your own.
Anyway, I'm gonna go look for breakfast, even though I don't need to eat. But seems about right.
Just sounds good.
Bacon and eggs, you know.
Bangers and mash.
Don't you need
If
nuts
I
and
sw-
bolts?
Wait, is there bacon in this era? If there's not, I'm making bacon.
Bacon exists.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
There's
Making
also
bacon
bangers and
sandwich.
mash.
Bangers and mash.
Where's the grocery store at, sir?
Do you not know what bangers and mash is?
No.
I know
Negatory.
what bangers and mash are.
Bangers and mash are sausages and
Potatoes?
hash browns. Yeah. They call them bangers because when you're cooking them in a skillet, they pop and bang. And then they call them
Oh.
mash because they're mashed.
It's a British thing.
It's an Irish thing, not British. Get it right.
Oh,
British
okay.
also.
Now
No,
look here, when you
no,
call
get
any
it
sausage
salty,
banger,
jeez.
I'm expecting more.
There's no reason to get upset. It's okay.
Anyway,
Okay, anyway.
grocery store. Where'd that be at? I'm gonna get lunch for
Um,
everybody. If not, I'm hunting it.
No, there's a
Go hunting for pig. Shoot. Stab some farmer's pig out of the field.
Hell yeah. They won't see
I
me.
can
I
see
go
that,
invisible.
actually.
All they see is a
There-
flying pig.
I can see you. You realize that, right? I can see you when you go invisible, correct? Oh yeah, that was my new spell.
Oh, you took that instead of
Yeah.
the other one. Okay.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, but you forgot to cast Mage Armor for the entirety of the last fight and got your ass kicked. So how,
You know
how are you
what?
gonna
You
cast
know
this
what?
spell?
I'm gonna hit you with my loot in a second, sir. Calm down.
Calm down, just calm
I
down.
say you can only see him if you cast your spell, so
That's right.
he's
Anyway,
just gonna go pick up a pig and walk, and it's gonna be a floating pig.
That'd be creepy.
I mean, there's probably been some weirder things that people have seen. Let's be honest.
actually, I can make a spectral
Not gonna
pig
make a
if you want.
comment there.
Anyways,
Oh.
so, what do you guys all do? I mean, I know you said there's places where you can go and buy bacon to cook for everyone.
I'm gonna go to a courtyard and play my lute. And be isolated
Alright.
for a little bit. That's what I do.
You notice people start hearing your music and they kind of start wandering in to see what's going on.
Oh no. I just keep playing, man. All I'm gonna do.
Go ahead and give me a performance check.
Performance check? Oh, Lord. What a help.
Under your character sheet, there should be under the
Alright.
stats.
I'm
Go
on the
ahead.
wrong thing. Alright, performance check.
It's a
Six.
D20 plus 6.
So. 16.
All right. So at the end of your performance, you actually gather 4 gold that was thrown at your feet by people who listened to play.
You're a
I
bum.
just wanted to play, jeez. But hey, free money!
And they all kind of applaud you and then kind of move about for the rest of their day.
Awesome.
Anyone else?
Zero would probably be seeing to things at the local church and make sure everything's going good with the area.
All right. And you've got the name of your god.
Yep.
Before I forget, Jess, the first one of the thing we talked about happening with your character, that happened last.
Okay. Then Akiko's probably just sitting in the corner of the bar with some books out, and it looks like she's having a conversation with somebody. But
Give me an
nobody else is there.
investigation, or give me a knowledge religion check.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, off the table. It's the knowledge religion.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot to update my. Is that an intel or wisdom?
Intelligence.
Okay, so that's a 11.
Just a second. I'm sending you a private message in Discord about what's going on.
Okay. Well, she's sitting in the corner of the bar with a journal, and she looks like she's having a conversation with somebody. None of you see anybody there. It looks like she's talking to her.
Sorry.
Hey, man-eating cabbage is here.
I'm glad I'm muted now. Jesus.
Sorry, just a second, guys. I'm just typing out a message real fast.
You're good.
You say fast, but I'm
What's
sorry.
everybody else doing in the meantime?
Yeah, but what are other people doing?
I've been enticed to go steal a pig.
Are you really gonna actually try and steal a pig?
Hell
I'm
yeah.
watching, man, now. I'm gonna just sit in a tree and watch.
I guess after I check the things in the church and the local area all night, I'd check on the rest of the group.
Okay, so you'd find Akiko sitting in the corner. You notice that Cannon is inexplicitly gone. you heard the lute being played by Aurora, and you don't see Adonis anywhere.
I'll go up to Akiko and ask what you doing over there.
Um, she's kind
The
of
small
just
purple fox.
she's kind of just as you come up, she seems to end conversation with whomever it was that she was speaking to, even though there was nobody there. And she greets you kindly, and she's just kind of. You can see her. She can't. It's like she doesn't know she's doing it, but she's gingerly rubbing over a spot on her arm, and she just looks like she's deep in thought. But she asks you how you're doing.
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Interesting night.
Is there anything I can help?
I don't think so. Where's the everybody else? I haven't left the building today.
Who knows about the robot? Um,
Stealing the pig?
well, we, we don't know this, so
Oh, you're
This is-
saying who? Okay, I get it.
yeah.
I thought you were asking which of us knew about him stealing the pig.
RP.
Um, the girl's out playing her lute, and I haven't seen the eccentric one.
The ladies' man who.
Would I be able to make any sort of check to see if I can have any inkling of what's going on?
Give, give me a perception versus Akiko's deception roll.
I'm not really trying to hide anything.
Okay,
She's
just give me a perception check.
Well, she's not wearing long sleeves, so if he knew what the tattoo on her shoulder was, then he would.
You said you are or you are not wearing.
She's not. She's wearing.
Okay, give me a perception check first.
So that's 12.
Okay, now give me a knowledge religion.
Religion. I'm good at religion, I hope.
I'd hope so.
Oh, bloody hell. Okay, apparently I skipped that day. 6.
You can tell you think there's something religious about the mark on her arm, but you can't quite place where you've seen it before.
Alright,
But you
well,
know it's not your god.
okay. I sure as heck hope I know that. Oh my goodness. Crap, what was I gonna say? If you need any assistance, I will be outside.
All right. She's gonna close up her diary and pack it away. Perhaps we should set about finding the rest of the party.
That might be a good idea.
Figure out what we're gonna do.
And so we head out to find the rest of them.
All right. So who are you looking for first?
Well, we
Kika
know.
would probably try and find Aurora first, and then the metal man.
Well, I know where she is because I noticed her playing the lute. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
you guys are
yeah.
able to find her in just like within 5 minutes.
Well, she said she's sitting in the tree watching Joe steal pigs, so.
Well, about that, Joe,
I'm gonna need an encounter for this one.
So we find Aurora. Does she point out Joe stealing the pig and tell us what's going on?
I'd assume it's so before you can even just a second.
Hey, Aurora, roll fucking thingy to see me. Where's my stealth? How about that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit.
With your...
Yeah. All right.
Roll
You
against
guys,
myself to see if you actually do see me.
you
can't
guys
just
roll that for a second. I've got to answer a
Fight me.
message.
The real rolls are on.
1 second, guys.
There.
That's fine.
Would it be perception or?
It didn't add to my thing. Hold on, I gotta add it. Add the spell book. All right, here we go.
Yeah, you roll your perception versus my stealth.
All right, I will.
Let's go.
Give me a second, bitch. Jeez. Sorry,
I recall you're
that's
not
really.
really that wise.
Okay, Brandon.
Yep.
Okay. So what they explained to you is the reason they felt like they need to bring you in is that the elf and dwarf have received a vision recently of your party, and that you are, as they were explained to them, the key to everything. And they were persuaded to reach out to you and get you guys involved. If that makes sense.
If that's the case, can I attempt to bargain for? I mean, I'll have to use some kind of a check, but to get them
Right.
to better equip us for the journey.
Yes, you can try that. Go ahead and give me a persuasion.
Okay, let me pull that up. Which ironically is my strength. And I really actually want to RP this out because it makes sense too.
You're fine.
Because this is totally something my guy would do. It's a persuasion.
Yes.
I got a 19 with my bonus.
Okay. They asked for you guys to wait until the afternoon. They have to get a hold of a few things, but they plan to. They will provide you first and foremost with things like horses and such, and things to travel and food and such, as well as you will be able to basically be welcome in any town you go to. But they do need to get a hold of the mages first to kind of move forward from here, if that makes sense. They do ask if you wait until the afternoon. They are going to actually go to the Free States stockpile, if you will, and they're going to collect a few more items to enhance the party before you guys leave, if that makes
Okay, because my character would want to stress with how big of a threat this seems to be that our party is ill-equipped materially to take on such a challenge.
And they understand they will continue to work with their mages and smithies to try and keep you guys supplied with items, and things to help you combat this. Not just you, but other elite soldiers that they will be bringing into the fold on things. They ask you for now to do this just as good as possible, just because they don't want it getting out to everyone, and they're trying to just slowly bring the party into the fold. They're just wanting to get the mages and such involved first. If that makes sense.
Makes sense to me.
So with that being the case, you can go back and I'll have you talk with them on whatever you want about waiting. But I'm going to need to go get my DMG to get the supplies you guys are going.
Okay, I guess I would kind of just hang out wherever, just outside of the building where everyone is. I'm gonna act like I've been waiting for them and have had no conversations.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to jump back over because they need me in the
Same too.
All right.
I would.
Quit talking shit.
Sorry, I was having an aside. What's up, guys?
You're good.
All right, so Aurora
No.
did not see me leave.
I saw him leave, but I lost him. Okay.
She couldn't stalk the rogue.
She saw him leave, but did not see leave the building, but didn't see where he went after he stealthed. And then Zira and I found her, but that's where we're at.
Here's your problem. You're in the middle of one of the biggest metropolises in the area. So finding an actual pig farm is not that. But
Maybe you could find a butcher that has one just hanging and steal it.
what you could do is, after a short while of searching, you find some places that they have brought in pigs.
Huh.
But
I'm not trying to steal a full fucking pig. I'm gonna take a piece and take it home with me. I don't need
Oh,
to feed a
okay.
family here, but
okay, well,
Were you just
I
gonna
mean,
cut it off while it was alive and walk off?
pretty much I just cut off a piece and leave the other half
that's
there.
not how butchering works. No, you can find a butcher's shop, um, and there's a butcher's shop. I do need to say excuse me for one moment. I have to go grab one of my books. I'll be right back.
No problem. And I think in the end it would be probably easier just to go and fucking hunt for something over stealing from the general metropolis of a place. And I'm making an enemy of the city. But they'll never find me.
I mean, they could. You're one of the heroes of the town. They would probably recognize you.
Not if I was invisible. Right? I don't know. Just causing havoc.
Okay, I am back.
Welcome back, sir.
So you were going to enter the place? Is that what I heard?
Sure.
Well, if you enter in, are you trying to stealth in or not?
Not at all. Enter as a customer.
My Lord C2. Is that you?
Yes. Hi.
Hello,
How's it
my
going?
lord. It's going well. What brings you to my fine establishment?
I need bacon.
Well, how much do you need?
To feed 5.
Oh, I see. So, would 4 pounds of bacon do?
That's just for me.
I mean, however much
Actually, don't
you
need,
need.
do
No, you don't.
I? Feed for 4. 4 pounds will be fine.
All right, wonderful. Here, and he just packages it up and hands you. It'd be an honor to feed
Fuck.
the heroes of the land.
Thank you. I'm sad.
Why are you sad?
Can I leave him money? I leave him
Of
money.
course. No,
How much
well,
does it usually cost?
For that much, it would cost 5 gold.
Sure. Leave him 10.
Well, Lord, you left me way too much here.
Huh?
You left me too much money here.
It's okay. Give some free pork to the next guy that comes in.
Well, thank you, my lord. You please take care of yourself.
Thank you, thank you. Shit.
Okay. At this moment, please give me just a moment to work on something else that's going on.
I'm here trying to steal pork. I end up overpaying for it and leaving. Feeling too bad.
Because you're a good person.
Yes.
That's a shock.
Wait. What was my alignment? I didn't actually choose an alignment.
I don't. Okay, so
It's
you know.
fluid.
So you know, I don't expect you to have an alignment and keep it. Just play your character how they would play.
Yeah, I just felt pretty guilty there.
Joe's going chaotic good, everyone.
Apparently so.
That's the
My
fun
mental
one,
state
though.
is pretty chaotic good, but you don't see it on that side. My mind is somewhere else. Though. I had all the bad intentions, but could only do the right intentions. That's IRL for you, by the way.
Sorry, give me just a moment to get this stuff figured out. So I assume you guys are now that there's the 4 of you. What are you guys doing?
Find the womanizer.
Where do you start looking?
Follow the trail of woman.
Zero wouldn't know how to find such a place. Because she doesn't frequent them?
Is there a whorehouse? Oh wait, no, he probably
Wow.
thinks of himself.
Think Adonis
Alright,
would
we're
be at
done.
a
Nope,
whorehouse?
nope.
Damn.
Can I roll an insight to see where if I might know where he might have gone?
Go ahead.
That
And begin asking all the ladies in town, have you seen a handsome individual? Your hero of the town?
that is
Yes.
an 18. I actually rolled pretty good.
As you're looking around, you notice that he's standing outside of the bar that you guys came out of.
We're not
Really?
Outside?
Yes, really.
Zira's having got some really off news from her god, having a really off day, rolling threes all over the place, okay?
We didn't see him when we left the bar to go find Aurora.
No, you did not.
What's he doing?
He's just leaning up against it, not paying any attention to anything, it seems like. Watching for beautiful women to walk by, I would assume. Is that correct there?
Close enough.
Alright, so the party's together except for the metal man.
I'll probably be heading back. I bring bacon.
Alright, so what do you guys want to do?
Eat
Well-
bacon.
If he brought bacon, I'm not gonna be rude and turn it down.
No one turns down bacon except for me.
Why
Bacon
would
sounds
you ever
delicious right
turn
now.
down bacon?
I don't eat bacon, Joe.
What? Is it a religious thing or?
No,
he
it's
just chooses
a.
not to.
I choose not to because my family has a history of heart disease.
Fair enough.
Bacon is the cost? Damn. That's
Bacon
rough. Downside.
bacon can definitely play into problems with the heart.
I see. But you drink.
Bacon's delicious. Bring me back.
That's just his liver.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
actually moderate drinking is good for your heart.
Yes. It loosens the blood and
Wine, I think specifically, but
circulation.
Red wine.
Yes, wine specifically, red wine, which is the wine I prefer. But alcohol.
when do you ever drink that though? Let's be real.
Not very often.
Because I don't have anybody else to drink it with, and I'm not. I try to avoid drinking the entire
I
bottle.
was
in
gonna
one night.
say, don't you say what I think you're about to say.
Huh?
I sure as hell ain't
You-
shy about drinking the whole bottle.
I've
Yeah.
seen you fall asleep cupping a bottle of wine like a
That
baby.
was one time.
Doesn't matter. It still happened.
Well, we're waiting. I don't know what
Anyway,
exactly we're doing. We're just role playing at the moment.
anyway,
We're being
so
judged, guys.
um,
We're being judged.
we walk up to Adonis, and I assume C2's coming back at the time we find Adonis.
Yeah.
Oh, is that
Sorry,
my
I'm
cue?
having to.
Does it take me long to get back?
Takes you a little bit.
Okay.
Let's just assume we all get there at the same time.
So under what exactly do I need to know to cook? I don't eat.
For you, it would be a
Under what
performance.
skill would it
It's a
be?
performance check.
Oh dear God.
Oh Lord, good luck.
Can I give it to one of the pretty lady or males in the
Yeah,
party?
I'll-
Whoa! What do you mean, pretty ladies? Are you just making
Excuse-
assumptions
a
there?
performance check is charisma, so apparently the more beautiful you are, the better you are at cooking, right? So I gotta go find Adonis or something.
I can do one right now if it's charisma plus charisma.
Go
I
ahead.
have a +5 to charisma.
Oh,
Who wants
Lord,
to cook
no.
my pork?
Just a second. I unplugged my headset, so I didn't hear anything.
Good,
have-
good. Adonis, would you like to roll?
I have a
Adonis,
+5
please
to
roll.
charisma.
wait, you have a plus what?
I have a +5 to charisma.
Would it not be under survival?
You have a nat 20 as your skill.
Because of
I
her
had a
level up,
night.
yes.
I had a 19, and then when I leveled up, I
She rolled a 17 plus 2 from her race plus 1 from the level up.
And now she can never get any more.
Yep.
That's as high as it goes, boy.
Naturally, at least.
So the cute little fox lady's cooking my pork?
Possibly.
I'm not going to touch that.
Yes.
I mean, if you really wanted to, she could also tie it down for you too if you want.
To be honest, I'm not eating any of it, but
Give me your-
Zira's just gonna see
Where
herself
did
out.
you
This
get
got
bacon?
weird.
Give me your pork and I'll see if I can cook it.
take my pork, sweetie. Here's the pork.
It's a 19. Do I cook the bacon?
Are we doing this in the bar?
I
Just
was
commandeer
assuming
the
The
kitchen.
fireplace.
I'll just commandeer the fireplace. There we go.
Good shit. Good shit.
Actually, I have fire spells. She just
Oh, you
produced-
want fire spells?
That
I
sounds
can,
like a
I can do
terrible
fire
idea.
spells.
Dude, Zira can just make it a campfire. I mean, we saw it last combat, so.
I'll just produce flame in my hand and cook the bacon in my hand.
Hold on, let
Charred
me see what I
bacon.
got. I don't remember now.
Eli, does
I
my
will
19
cast
cook the
Sacred
bacon?
Flame to help cook it so that it will be kosher for me to eat as well.
Kosher. Oh no.
kosher bacon.
Fresh from
Oh,
the source.
God.
Cooked naturally.
I agree with Chat. That is one of our best quotes so far. Take my pork lid.
Oh god.
Mm.
All right. So you guys proceed to eat the bacon, which is exquisite, by the way.
Yay.
To which, at this point, a few towns guard begin walking up, and they say to you, the lords and ladies wish to see you off, if that might be all right."
Oh yeah, we're supposed to be doing a thing.
Fine by me, but it's up to Mr. Grumpy Pants.
And we hadn't necessarily
I'll go to
agreed
this,
to
if he
this.
agrees, I'll go.
We were just sent here to ask you to please meet with them.
Mr. Grumpy Pants?
Hey, I'm leaving this up to you guys.
Yes, we will meet with them.
Is there
No,
anything
that's-
else other than why? Is there a why we meet in them by chance?
Well, if
sure
it has
they
anything
wanna
to do
try
with
and-
yesterday and how he stormed out, they may want to apologize.
Yeah, for being stupid.
You call it stupid. I call it strategic.
No, I said they might want to. She said they might want to apologize. I said for being stupid.
I thought you were referring to me.
No,
So,
Well, I
I
mean,
agreed with you. You and I were both pissed off with them.
All right.
well, if the Lady Aurora wishes to to go, I will at least listen.
We would greatly appreciate it. Please, right this way. And they lead you through town to the lords and ladies. And they step forward, and we first and foremost would like to apologize. We have not been being upfront with you. We believe it is the right time to tell you that we have been asked by powers greater than ourselves to.
Call your manager.
Who are you, Karen?
The moment I hear someone greater than myself, I just call your manager. You're not worth talking to. That's it. Just kidding.
We have been asked to help you along this journey by powers greater than ourselves.
Can I see your stats page?
What's a stats page?
Let's duel and
Are you
find
gonna
out.
are you gonna be a fourth wall breaker?
Hell yeah.
Oh no.
What are you guys
Um,
good at?
we would like to extend a gift as an apology and to try and ask you once again to please seek out the mages for their help in this matter.
Hmm.
Please, please, guards, bring the gifts in for them. And the guards walk in, carrying several small parchments, and then there's a couple medium and one that's slightly a bit larger. We present these to you, and they kind of look at the guards, and in unison, the guards undo the items, and among them there are 5 different things. There is a string of prayer beads. There's a beautiful robe that has eyes all over it.
Ew.
There's a inch by inch cube. There is a rod, and there is a tiny. Just a second, let me describe
Be
this.
a little more
correctly.
specific about a rod.
It is literally described as a rod.
Like metallic, wooden, flesh.
Metallic.
A metallic rod.
Take
Sound
those.
familiar, Cannon?
Might be
You
interested in
see
it.
a silver figurine that is shaped like a raven.
Silver little raven. Got it.
Yes. These have either been created by our mages and smiths or come from our personal collections ourselves. We wish to present them to you.
Can we have like a description of what they each do?
Well, which one would you like to know about first?
Yeah. Talk to me about the raven. How about the little raven? Like raven.
The elf steps forward and explains. Yes. This is a statuette that, when commanded to, turns into a silver raven for the next 12 hours. It's magical, and even if it's defeated, it reverts back into its figurine form.
Okay.
It can be used to send messages as such, to scout out areas. Whoever is in possession of it is able to have a connection with this raven.
Technically a ranger pet.
Kind of. But you can only use it every 2 days, and it lasts for up to 12 hours.
Okay. Fair.
What else would you like to know about?
I mean, you should just about explain
Give
all
us
of
a
them, right? Because they're
description
going to be
of
going
everything.
around.
Oh, yes, but
All of them.
which one next?
Rope.
Let's talk about the rod. How about that?
Robe
You
or
and the
rod?
rod.
The rod. I don't want to look at that
Oh.
robe. It's creepy as shit.
I want to look at the robe. I said rope first.
I
We're
like
gonna
how
go
he
with
said it was
robe.
a beautiful robe, and then he said it's covered in eyes.
They're
I
not
want to know
robes.
what the eyes are
Here.
standing for, man. I'm sorry.
Ah.
Curiosity killed the cat.
Hey, whoa, hold on, guys. We need to calm down. Maybe it's the letter I. Let's let him clarify.
It's
eyeballs.
a beautiful magenta robe that has different shaped and colored eyeballs.
Yep. Nope. You guys.
Told you.
Patterned into it. This is the robe of eyes. While
can
wearing
see.
this robe,
But
while you're wearing it, you are able to see in all directions at once. You have advantage on all perception checks that deal with sight. You have dark vision to 120 feet, and you can see invisible creatures, objects, as well as scenes of the ethereal plane out to a range of 120 feet. You cannot close or avert the eyes of the robe. Although you can close or avert your own eyes, you are never considered to be doing so while wearing this robe.
Wait,
That is
so
terrifying. You know that?
I have a question.
Hopping in.
Ask away.
What if you turned it inside out?
That would work.
Oh, Tony.
You
Complete
see yourself.
darkness.
But
Oh,
remember,
wait, that's worse. Depending on who has it on.
Why, of all reasons, you had to bring it that way? Really, Akiko? Really?
actually,
Really?
turning it inside out would be a great way to avoid things that deal with line of sight for damage.
You would just have to deal with constantly seeing yourself naked in a 360
No,
fashion.
why would you see yourself naked?
If you weren't wearing anything under the robe.
Well, that's your own decision there.
Hey, look here, man. I'm permanently naked, and I like my parts. All right.
Do Scotsmen wear underwear with their kilts?
No, that's a crime.
Anyway.
Anywho, up next we have the rod.
Yes. Talk to me.
This is the rod of the Pact Keeper. While holding this rod, you gain a bonus to spell attack rolls and to the saving DC of your warlock spells. The bonus is determined by the rod's rarity. This one is +2. In addition, you may regain one warlock spell slot as an action while holding the rod. You cannot finish use this property again until you finish a long rest.
What if you're not a warlock?
I
We
am.
have no warlocks.
Yes, you
We
do.
have
Yeah,
one.
I am.
Adonis is level 1 warlock now, something
Yeah.
like that.
What's
Um,
what's out of character? What's the damage output on that?
So it's a +2 to all your spell damage and to your saving throw DC.
So, okay, so that would be something I would have to pull out upon using spells. Okay.
So what I would say is basically you could keep it on your hip,
Yep.
and you can literally just kind of grab it when you need to use it. You don't have to fully whip it out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Adonis, don't whip it out.
But that's all he knows how to do.
Lastly, these are some of the most precious items we have. These are 4 prayer beads, and they're all on a little, like a rosary, if you will.
Oh.
I wasn't talking to you. They are made of, sorry, just a second. They're made of pearls, and they are beads of favor. And should a cleric, druid, or paladin crush any of these beads, they will grant them the ability to cast Greater Restoration.
Damn, I'm neither of those either. Fuck. It's okay, we have somebody.
If you guys don't know, Greater Restoration is an amazing spell.
Yes,
Yeah.
Please, we offer these up to all of you.
What about the
What
What
little
was the
cube?
ring? You said there was a ring in there, no?
No, there's a cube.
No.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the
it's
cube.
the cube. Sorry, I forgot it. This is a very intriguing item. This,
Now he sounds like an auctioneer.
well, you gotta keep it interesting. This is a cube of force. Each side of the cube has a different shape on it, and they can be pressed down. The cube starts with 36 charges, and it regains 1d20 expended charges daily at dawn. You can use an action to press one of the cube's faces, expending a number of charges based on the chosen face. Each face has a different effect. If the cube doesn't have enough charges to cast this, nothing happens. Otherwise, a barrier of invisible force springs into existence, forming a cube 15 feet on each side, and the barrier is centered on you and moves around with you, lasting for 1 minute. You at any time may press the 6th side of the cube, and it will close the barrier.
That sounds
Therefore,
like
crushing anything inside of it. What the fuck?
If you were to come into contact with an object that cannot pass through the barrier while walking, it means you cannot move any further. The first one says gases, winds, and fog cannot pass through. That costs 1 charge. 2 charges is non-living matter cannot pass through the barrier. Walls, floors, and ceilings can pass through as you say is acceptable. 3 charges says living matter cannot pass through the barrier. 4 charges says spell effects cannot pass through the barrier. And 5 charges says nothing can pass through the barrier except for walls, floors, and ceilings at your discretion.
Hmm.
It loses the barrier when it is.
No. Oh, sorry.
The cube loses charges when the barrier is targeted by certain spells or comes into contact with certain spells or magic item effects. Disintegrate, Horn of Blasting, Pass Wall, Prismatic Spray, and Wall of Fire all will consume charges against it.
Hmm.
There are your 5 items.
Does it have a specific class tied down to that dice?
No, it does not. And it's a cube, not a dice.
Sure.
so.
Dice.
Akiko will kind of quickly just walk up and grab the little raven figurine and tuck it quickly into her,
Why
Bag.
you do me like that?
and then just kind of walk back to where she was.
Wait, is Akiko small enough to ride the raven?
No, I mean, I'm 4'5". I'm pretty sure I would crush a raven.
Hey, you could turn into like a little fox. You lose weight. And
You
height.
saying Akiko's fat?
At 4 or 5, probably.
I'm going to give you a little bit of help here and just tell you to shut your mouth.
Can I take the dice?
I mean,
I mean
they are.
cube. Sorry.
Yes.
I'd take the rod all day.
Also, can you DM me everything you just explained?
Yes. Give me a minute, okay?
So
Yeah,
what's
take your time.
left?
So what's left is the prayer beads and the robe of eyes.
Sarah, which one would you like?
Well, you can't use the prayer beads.
Yeah.
So now if I get
Yes,
the
she
robe,
can.
you want
But not in a dedicated way.
them? I'll take the
My-
robe.
My lady, I might offer, if this robe does not suit you, there is one small other item that I personally have, says the halfling.
Alright, what may that be?
No, I shall be right back. One moment, please.
Brings
Alright.
back something creepier.
Oh, yeah, probably. I shouldn't have said anything.
So it's another robe, but the eyeballs move.
Oh, no.
They
No.
blink when you do.
What's the instrument you play?
Loot.
Well, while they go and get that, I will gracefully accept the prayer beads.
Oh, goddamn.
They come back
There.
carrying a lute.
I have a loot. Why do I need another loot? That's
This
special
one
purpose.
has, on this lute, you can see that designed into the face of it are 2 swans and a rabbit, a bear, a wolf, and a deer.
Terrified
this-
to ask.
This, my lady, seeing as you are one to play the lute, is one of the famed instruments of the bard. It's a magical lute that, upon playing it, you gain extra spells that you may cast.
Can I take both?
Unfortunately, my lady,
she, goes,
um,
she goes from creeped out by the robe to greedy.
Wait, can I use those spells underneath the dice?
No, I want the loot. I'll take the
No,
loot.
you're talking the Joe, you're
That
talking about
picture
the
you sent me
pictures I
has
just sent
spells
you.
on the.
Just a second.
So the spells at the bottom are
I
what
see.
can disintegrate the barrier.
Oh, you
Essentially.
took a picture. Thank you for
Yeah.
me, Brandon. Okay,
I see.
so I'm going to tell you the spells, but then I'm going to send you a picture of what spells you have. You have animal friendship, protection from energy, specifically only protection from fire, and protection from poison. And every time you cast one of these, you cannot cast it again until the next day. Give me just a second and I'll send you the picture there.
Did you say that all four of the prayer beads were the same type?
Yes, they are all greater restoration.
Okay.
So you are aware, Aurora, it is under the name the DOS loot, DOSS on
The
here.
spell?
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know where you are.
DOSS loot. And I just sent the picture to you. All right. We also have, outside of the city, already provided you with the horses that you used earlier. We have resupplied them, provided you with travel packs with them, and we've, in fact, actually given them a bit of barley as well. So all of your horses have leather armor now, which makes them a little bit. Basically, it's armor for horses, so they can't just be killed off if something was to ambush you, for example.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Why did he whisper?
Do not know. I do not know.
All right. Oh, I guess while he's gone, then, you said that I have to crush each of the beads to use them,
Yes.
so it's one time only.
Yes.
Okay.
But these are 4 free castings of greater restoration.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is a pretty potent spell.
No, I got you. I was just asking because I did Google so I could try to read up on it, and the one I found on Google lets it reuse. But
The way I'm doing it, especially because they're such high level spells, they cannot be reused.
that's fine. I was just making sure I was on the right page. That's all.
So this is going to probably be a shorter adventure tonight. Aurora just texted me that her computer charger just died out and she cannot get a new one till the morning.
Oh. Yeah.
Fine.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt y'all.
No, it's
How
perfectly
much you
okay.
got left?
It says about so 6 5's an hour, 55. I want to say 45 to 50 minutes.
So we should probably play it safe and wrap up in about 30.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's still not too bad.
No.
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 No, but there probably won't be combat tonight.
Oh, thank goodness.
I could just magically get kidnapped, and then y'all can battle and call it good.
I mean, no, I'm not going to do that to you.
No.
That's not the way this party rolls.
I know.
I mean, we were getting ready to
Trying to
leave,
help.
though, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, you might be able to get to it and get through it, but
Just a question.
yes.
And I know this is retconning a little bit, but I've thought about it just when you were describing the Raven statue. Would Zira have taken notice of what my tattoo was?
Yes. He just doesn't quite recognize where he's seen that symbol before. Sorry.
No, I'm the one being difficult. You're fine.
No, normally I've been very good about remembering.
He's had alcohol in him.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Did anyone die?
Hi.
No, Joe, but we will be losing Aurora in about 30 minutes.
Is she gonna die?
Her computer
Computer
is.
is.
Her dog destroyed her charger.
Go steal your sister's charger.
We don't have the same one.
Go steal her computer then.
Yeah.
That one will. That one's school computer.
So,
That's a Chromebook. It won't allow the website.
oh,
Continue playing on your phone.
How on earth am I gonna play through my phone?
Just be on Discord.
Technically, I believe everything is launched. Like, you can launch it
You
through.
can't
Yeah, I
launch
was
your
gonna
phone
say,
on it,
technically he
but-
has a
And I
point.
mean, technically,
Wait.
since Eli's on the DM account, he can actually pull it up on the app on the tablet. Believe it or not.
yeah.
I'm very certain a couple of us already have all your information on paper.
I have your entire character sheet saved here. If you would like to join us in Discord, I can talk through what's going on if you don't want to stop when we get to
You
your
could
computer
also
dying.
tag on to the Twitch stream on the Chromebook, most likely.
You could.
It's up to
I
you.
have
Or-
Twitch on the phone.
I was going to say, or your phone.
Yep.
Yeah, I have Twitch on the
Just
phone.
mute it and you can watch the map. There we go.
Alright.
Whatever you want to do.
We aren't going to force you to, but that might be a good solution.
It would. So just be on Discord and Twitch on the phone.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
But
Alright.
we'll wait until your computer dies to kick you over to that.
Alright, that's fine. I'll keep y'all updated.
Okay. So, as you guys are getting ready to embark, the head of the town guard comes forward. I have a slight question for you. If it wouldn't be too much trouble for you.
There's always
There's
a
a-
possibility. What can we help with?
Along your way to the Mages College, you will pass by a small town. It's been a few days since we've heard back from the guards that we sent out there. We were going to be sending a patrol out there, but since you guys will be leaving and probably get there faster, would you mind checking in on those people while you're on your way to the Mages College?
I'm kind of looking over my shoulder at everyone, seeing what they're going to say.
I am always willing to help. Whether the rest of this group, that's up to them.
We might as well. I mean, eventually, if we put it off and we don't help, eventually the scourge is going to come for us all, will it not?
Quite possibly, from what I understand.
I vote yes.
I feel like I'm being baited.
I tie my ribbon around Cannon's wrist.
Sad face.
Now you're stuck.
Lady Aurora, your thoughts? Yeah,
Lady
Aurora
Aurora.
died.
I believe she died.
A terrible death.
No, I'm here.
Oh, there you are.
Hello.
She has
Sorry.
fixeth and cometh back
you
from
switch
the dead.
over?
No, I'm not switching yet. I just happened to mute myself while I was eating food.
Well,
I vote yes.
Very well.
all right.
It sounds as if we
Uh,
shall stop there on the way.
Thank you. It is nay more than 5 or 6 hours ride from here, probably at the pace that you'd be able to travel.
Drive, you say? Someone
Right.
has a fancy
I
car.
thought I said ride. I apologize. Our guards shall be on foot. They shall be there in the next day or so.
You can drive a carriage, chill out. Or a wagon.
Is there anyone in particular you need us to look for? Is there someone that you are worried about, sir?
There's the captain of the guard for that city that we have not heard from. His name is Gregor.
Very well. I shall seek out this Gregor, and Tell him to report back to you post haste.
We greatly appreciate it. We will be waiting to hear back, but we shall send forces nonetheless.
On our
So,
way.
all right. So, as you guys write out, what is the order in which you guys are writing out in?
I'll head
Because you
front.
can't.
I'll ride next to Odysseus.
Odysseus? Holy shit.
Shit. Fuck off.
Oh my god, it's the
Done.
Odyssey.
I vote we stay away from the village.
Yep, because I'm gonna burn it to the ground because my dead wife's gonna
I'm
be
so
there
sorry.
sleeping with another man or something like that. I don't remember. Alright.
No, you're thinking of a totally different one. The Odyssey is where he's trying to get back to his wife.
Yeah.
The Odyssey's one where he does get back to his wife,
Yeah.
but he's an older man now, and the minute he proves that, because he built the bed in the tree in the room. I'm sorry, no, way too much.
No, it's his bow.
mythology.
It's his bow. His bow is the thing that does it because he shoots through.
That's for the men to see. His wife doesn't believe that it is
Yeah,
him.
that's
So
right.
she says, "Why don't you take our bed apart?" And he snaps at her and says, "You can't take it apart because it's built into the tree." And that's
That's
when
right.
she realized that is her husband.
That's right. To the wife, he does that. You're
Sorry.
correct. No, you're fine. I just remember one of my favorite ones is still where he just takes the
Sorry, I just
bow.
brought up mythology.
He takes the bow and just fucking unleashes an amazing shot with it.
Anyway,
So,
Adonis.
yes.
Yeah.
Adonis.
I
there we
mean,
go.
the name Adonis is already bad enough. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna just call you Odysseus now. Like, that's just what I call you, just to be a bitch.
Great. I have a
I'm
pet
sorry.
name. Wonderful.
Yes, you do.
Oh wait, I spelled it wrong.
Yes, you did. Learn to
There you
spell.
go.
Hey,
Odysseus.
attaboy. You can
Odyssey.
read it right now.
Odysseus. Odysseus.
Odysseus. Yes.
Odyssey, yes.
Anyways, Akiko would be toward the back.
I
She always
guess that
knows
means
which horse is
C2 would
hers
be
because
too.
it's got the purple ribbon in its hair.
Which means C2 has to be near you because he's tied to you.
Yeah,
That means Zara's in the middle.
Zero.
Zero.
I'm done tonight, guys.
Um,
I'm done. I
Good.
tag out.
so after so
At least she
You
didn't
by no
call her
means
Zora. I'm just saying.
you by no means are harming your horses, but you definitely are able to push your horses a little bit more than what might be considered normal. And within about 7 hours, you guys are no ride checks, not for this. You guys are able to reach the outskirts of a town, in which you can only assume is where you were being sent. However, you notice that the
Oh, you can go.
where should be the Capitol building, if you will, for lack of a better word, is a smoldering pile. The entire rest of the city is fine, but the Capitol building has burned down.
Is it still smoldering like this happened very recently?
Um, there's a few spots that are smoldering, so you would guess probably within the last day or two. But you can clearly give me an investigation check real fast.
Okay. An 11.
Yeah, but that's a nat one. Oh wait, no, that was
C2 roll.
sorry.
Yeah.
C2, whatever. 11. You can tell nobody has touched the embers, and this is whatever fire started. It has not been touched to be put out, and it burned itself out over the last probably day or two.
Do we see any people like walking through the village or anything like that?
Very timid and scared, like there are people moving about the village.
How close to the village are we?
You are, I mean, a couple minutes of a horse ride out.
Akiko would
Couple
like
minutes.
to activate her kitsune awareness.
Just a second. I unplugged my headset. Your awareness
Like-
gives you what again?
It makes me appear human.
Okay, that's right. Okay, so
Has she ever used that around us yet?
Nope.
she looks like a total human as far as you can tell.
So
Kitsune awareness. You have the ability. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong. I said the wrong thing.
I know what you meant though.
So you realize I'm totally gonna do a double take. when
I'm at
she
the
walks
back.
up.
So I'm being tied down by a stranger now?
Yes.
Hot.
Yes.
Apparently so. It's kinky, right?
Yeah, because
Oh, yeah.
with her being behind me in right order, I don't know this happened. I'm gonna literally take.
I'm in full
yeah.
sight of it, so I'm sure I can figure it out.
Oh, kitsune trickery. Here you go. You can appear as a human equivalent of yourself indefinitely using very simple illusion magic.
It literally looks like her, Brandon, except for instead of having
She got bigger titties, all right.
Joe,
one
No.
second.
I'm a very
Rob.
short.
behave.
Like,
She
My
went
clothes-
from 1.5 to like 5'2". It's no different. It's okay.
Oh my god,
my
Joe.
clothes and
Just
stuff
for
don't-
that, I really hope she makes this illusion flat-chested.
Please make us
I'd be
happy.
pretty sad, to be honest.
Well, you still got your butt plug, so I mean.
It's a magical, non-critable butt plug.
Okay, I would. If I'm holding on to the rope still tied to.
Ribbon.
Yeah, the ribbon still tied to Cannon, I would look at him and wink and then do it.
Oh god. How do I even respond to this? 2D only, sweetie. Sorry. Oh, pull out the weeb life. I'm looking for machines. I need other mechs in my life. Do even mechs have those kinds of feelings?
Feelings to reproduce? I don't think they can reproduce, so
No.
I'm gonna say a no.
I just imagine it being like the robots movie. They buy a kit and build a new one.
It's kind of like a Build-A-Bear, but build your own wife.
No,
Build your own child.
Why child? Needs
This
child.
isn't build a bitch. You get what you get and you don't have a fit.
I ain't built Pinocchio.
All right.
We're done. Let's keep going, please.
She
So-
looks exactly the same, only she's not a fox anymore. She's a human.
Do you still have
Does
your
she have
tails?
titties or does she not have
No.
titties?
No.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I
no.
like your tails. They're beautiful and majestic.
Keeping the tail would defeat the purpose.
Probably.
Just saying.
Kitsune is
I
a
mean-
very rare race, and in a town that's already scared, she feels
Maybe
like
she's just a kinky lady. You never know.
Just don't hook up with a townsperson. You're good to go.
I can maintain it indefinitely. So
I don't know. Some certain things might break concentration.
Oh,
um,
Oh,
you really
wow.
think that he's gonna be aware enough in that moment to observe that I'm not who I say I am? If they feel like something's off about me, they can make an intelligence check, and if they pass it, they can tell.
All that's gonna happen is they're gonna feel a lot
Why?
more hair at some point. I'm just saying.
Hey, what's the problem with that?
Anyways, back onto topic. Um, so yes, the townsfolk look a little worried and on edge.
Do they notice us approaching?
They do, but they kind of are acting like they aren't acknowledging you. They're just, you'll see them look over for a brief second, and then their eyes just kind of dart back away.
What were we supposed to do here again?
Try
No,
to
we still
find the
got
captain of the guard.
All right, yeah. Do we see anybody that looks like they might be from the guard?
Nope, not a single person in guard's uniform.
Right. Akiko will try to call out to somebody.
They just kind of ignore you and turn their head a bit more and kind of dart in the other direction.
But I have good charisma.
Can I charm them?
You have to be fairly close.
Yeah, you have to be almost point blank range.
Plus, when charm runs off, aren't they hostile towards you?
No, they just know that they've been charmed.
So they may become hostile. But
So
They
9%
may.
of the time.
Oh
I mean,
lord.
you can attempt to charm them without the glasses, because
I
Bard.
could. Can I play the lute again?
What would you do? Animal friendship? These are humans.
She said
Hey.
play her lute.
yeah, just
Oh, I thought
play
she
it.
meant. I
What
thought
are
she
you
meant.
thinking?
Alright, what do I roll? What do I roll? Let's see if this works.
Performance. Do it.
If I'm correct, that was 6 or 4,
Yeah,
one of the 2.
Plus 6.
Oh lord, no.
Um,
Can I reroll?
no, that's okay.
You're
You
practicing. It's a new lute.
Yes. People kind of cringe, but they continue to just kind of move away from you as best as they possibly can.
Motherfuckers.
I kind of look
You
at her
avoid the danger.
and just say to her, "My lady, you may want to tune that instrument before you try it next."
I knew you were planning to keep them away all along.
Zero
I
kind of just
turned back.
rides away, like puts a little bit of distance.
Get your butt back over here.
Rude.
Who are you?
I will chase after you.
Has
Well,
anybody
I'm right-
seen me in my human form or noticed my human
I
form other
haven't
than
yet, because
Cannon?
as far as I know, you're still behind me.
I mean, I'm talking and my voice is normal. My voice doesn't change. So
Here, let me do a quick 180 real quick so I can hit our lady in the middle, and then I noticed they have a thumb.
do you
So-
say anything?
I'm done. Hold on. Alright. But just dismiss the message, please stop. What is it doing?
You good there?
I guess
No.
we should. If no one's acknowledging us, we should just continue to ride toward, like, whatever looks like the Capitol building or whatever.
There's the remains.
Just go investigate. That's fine.
Let's do it.
Alright. Somebody else want to give me an investigation check?
I'll do it.
We can all do it together.
Yeah, let's all do it.
Says-
Oh no. What, a 1d20
What the-
plus investigation?
Whoever has the best skill gets advantage.
Not gonna be me.
Nope.
I actually got a 16.
Got a 7.
Same. I also got a 16. Or
Wait.
7. Or
Plus
16.
2 to that. I got a 9.
I got 13!
6. I got a 7. Woo!
Joe.
I got a 9.
Alright, so
Didn't I?
Jess
Oh, no.
or Brandon, go ahead and roll a second time.
Just base 20. Jess, I think you get it.
I got 15.
I got 2.
A 2!
Better than a
So-
1.
The 16, you actually are able to, looking through it, tell there was a giant blaze just very suddenly set to the building based on the way that it's just kind of burns down. Like there's no soot that's fresher than the other. It looks like it was just kind of all ignited and all kind of burned down itself.
Can I do an Arcana check?
Sure.
Hold off the tape. 18.
This is not magical fire, but it is not necessarily naturally occurring fire.
Oh no.
Oh, dragon fire.
Hold up.
That's not an answer.
Is that level
not
5 right
dragon.
here? Off in the air? In the distance?
I mean, it could be level 5 if you want me to make it
Can
a
we make this
level
a
5.
hunting adventure? How do we track? What do I roll to track? Give me the
It
track.
is survival. Go ahead and give me a survival check, actually, there, Cannon.
Hell yes. You gotta sniff out that level 5.
Is there a reason the dragon dick came into play early
Damn it. 9.
with the stream stick?
With a 9, you are able to tell that this is definitely a big fire here. Something caused this big fire. You don't know what direction it went in, though.
Okay, quick question.
Yes.
Would can we assume that everyone's kind of relaying the information they're gathering?
Yes. I would assume that you guys are all being open about you.
So,
I smell XP.
Um, can I use perception or something to kind of look around and see if there's any footprints that would indicate what might have caused this?
Go ahead and give me investigation.
Okay. Redemption on the 2, 19.
You actually, upon looking very closely, you don't see a footprint. What you can tell is that in some of the soot, as you look at it carefully, it
So,
comes, or yeah, well, from the ashes from the burned down building. You actually notice some of it kind of rolls up onto the buildings next to it, almost as if a gust of wind pushed the ashes outward from above.
Have any of the villagers, like, are they watching us at the moment? Anything?
Oh yeah, there are several that are just kind of standing there, wide-eyed, looking nervously. You notice one of them kind of twitches their eyes up a bit into the sky.
I look up.
I go invisible. No, kidding. Wait.
What do I see when I look up?
Nothing.
That's the dangerous part.
One of the
What can I?
one of the town folks, can
what-
I kind of like wave to him
Someone
and
talk to the
So-
lady.
try to just talk to him like, hey,
Um,
Hey.
as you say that, the person you're talking to just kind of ducks and runs off again. But you, from behind you, in an alleyway between the two nearby buildings,
Why are you
You
bullying
hear it.
people, Adonis?
you hear a, "Hey, over here."
I'll cautiously approach.
And you see a gentleman that's leaned over, and he's got a hooded robe pulled tight, or a hooded cloak pulled tightly around him, and he's huddling down in the corner at the end of the alleyway where it comes to a dead end.
I
Strider?
look close behind.
Very gently, I just question what happened here.
We were attacked, and he kind of looks up at you, and as he does, you see massively severe burns all over this man's face.
Too much time in the oven, sir?
No, it
Would
was-
I be able to do any healing for him to just help him out?
you can ease the pain with a healing spell, but unless you were going to just drop one of your greater restoration charges, you couldn't undo the damage that's been done to his face.
Could
I at least want to. I would at least ease the pain.
Can I use mend on his face?
No.
Can I clear him?
Can I do plastic surgery?
Would he be willing to let me try?
Am I
No,
definitely
it's
gonna
not
look better
the
than
same.
now? It's getting worse.
No, the you you go ahead and give a first level spell slot 0
Yep.
for cure wounds. You notice like a little bit of the burns start to scar up, and you can tell it's at least semi healing. It's not necessarily becoming better, or it's not becoming fixed, but it's no longer causing him discomfort.
Okay.
He goes,
Someone backhand him and tell him to talk
Arm.
already.
my name's Gregor. I was in charge of the guard here in the town, and we were ambushed while we were in the city building. We were attacked by a great red-winged beast.
Have you ever seen such a beast before?
I have, but the pictures I have seen of them have displayed them as being much bigger.
You know, talking about big red dragon penis is starting to sound like foreshadowing.
I promise you it wasn't. I totally created this before I had that conversation.
Oh no, I'm not saying anything like that. Don't worry. It's just
Aurora
Right,
has
obviously
about
penis.
8 minutes left.
Until it dies, or 8 minutes until we need to stop?
8 minutes till we need to stop.
Okay.
I could go on another 10 after that, but after that, it will shut off.
Right, and I saw your message that you have work, so we'll call it after you have to get off.
Okay. I feel bad now.
No, don't. It just sets up next session to be even better.
Dramatic.
Dramatic effects.
We were ambushed, and the creature burned down the building. I managed to pull the bodies of my comrades over me and use them to hide and survive the fire.
that's ruthless, friend.
They were already dead. The
Are
devastation.
you sure about that?
Positive.
T2.
They wrecked. They were instantly just
Trying to
killed as the dragon. And you see he kind of like almost shudders in fear at saying the word. When it first attacked, broke one of the beams from the roof, and it crushed my men. And that's when it started the fire. It's come back once since then to make sure that everybody here is staying around. It seems to want to be taking everyone prisoner.
What direction does it fly from?
I've been really careful to not let it see me. If it was to recognize that I'm one of the guards, it would surely destroy the rest of this town trying to bring me down. But I noticed it went to the north as it was flying off last.
You think it's personally targeting you?
I think it's trying to stake a claim to these lands, and anyone like a guard of such is just standing in its way.
Seems like you think it's personal. Has your town done anything that might anger said dragon?
We haven't seen a dragon in these lands in ages. Not the last time there was a recorded dragon in these lands were around the time of the last great undead war.
About that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. The scourge is making its return.
This day just gets better and better, doesn't it?
Yes, dragon.
Cannon is literally
After we kill
excited.
it, I'm making that sword. I'm gonna keep that sword.
We can kill a
just to
dragon
make
that
her
will
happy
withstand.
now, I'm gonna get that kind of sword. Hey, shush.
That better be like a 10% life left dragon, or else we're boned.
Okay,
When
you
I
like
want
to
to say
bone,
one
huh?
thing.
Wait. Roll to seduce the dragon. That picture that Liz shared earlier comes so much into play now.
The dragon's
I'm out
top.
pet dragon.
You're
Pet
succeeding.
dragon,
Oh.
let's go.
So is that
The dragon was a
persuasion?
pop.
I am highly proficient in said thing.
You know how it be. We
What if the
got
dragon
both
has a
genders
human
covered.
form?
But Adonis, are you a bottom? You don't seem like one.
Hey,
It'll
if
be
it's a
anyone's
lady
better.
dragon, just saying.
Oh my god. No. No.
Let's
No.
recreate
We
Shrek.
don't talk about it.
Wait,
We don't talk about it.
did you just say let's recreate Shrek?
Hell yeah.
We don't talk about it. No.
What?
Anyone
What
got any more?
Fucking donkey can do it. So
Negative. No. Negative. Nope, not happening.
Donkey.
Donkey.
fuck dragon.
Donkey.
Oh bloody hell!
Oh.
What was that picture about? Too bad the dragon's a top.
Yeah.
yeah.
I roll to seduce the dragon. DM. Alright, your roll succeeds, but the dragon's a top.
I can't breathe. I'm gonna cry.
Well, on that note,
I think this is going to be a great stopping point for this session. We will hopefully be able to continue next week
Oh, we will, don't worry.
to resolve the story of the dragon.
I'm crying. Oh, this is not okay.
That being said, everyone, please have a happy and safe Halloween. Hopefully, the weather we're going to be having here tomorrow.
Oh, it's
Negative.
beautiful. Don't
Happy
worry.
Halloween, everybody.
It is beautiful.
You all have a great rest of your night. Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Goodbye.